Good evening. Here is One University Council of Club and Society Leaders, and we have gathered here today to talk about the just released a document purported to be the 2026 PUSA draft constitution. And here the club and the society leaders have gathered here today to present our reservations as far as the document is concerned, because the document does not envisage anything that we presented to the CRC, that is the Constitution Review Committee during the public views collection in the LTN. So the Pwani University Council of Club and Society Leaders is aware with utmost reservations about the circulating document purported to be the 2026 PUSA draft constitution. The document, as it is, must suffer the same fate as all erroneous drafts. Just last month, during student views collection, this council provided exhaustive documentation, advocacy, and proof of vulnerability to ensure that the interests of clubs and society, the very heartbeat of this institution, were codified in the consequence document. Instead, the Constitution Review Committee, with fatuous indifference to the very concerns, has delivered a document that is not only flimsy, but is a calculated erasure of our collective voice, views raised thereof. Not in any of its winding chapters did the final document envisage even an attempt to register the concerns raised by this council or provided alternatives that will oblige us to acquiesce to an indifferent and erroneous document is lack of a better one.
And I'm surprised with what the committee have been doing, going late hours to rest, but they have come out there with a very, very useless document. For me, I'm just concentrating on Chapter 9, affiliation. Article 962, the eligibility for affiliation. The document reads, any registered student organization in the university shall be affiliated to PUSA upon its application for affiliation to the Executive Council and approved by the Executive, provided that all that is good. Article 63 says subscription by affiliates. Such organization, as mentioned in Article 62A above, having affiliated, shall remit a fee to PUSA Finance Secretary as contained in a Schedule 2 of the Constitution, or such figures may be determined by the executive. The document is not clear. The figures may be determined by the executive. But for what reasons are we going to pay the fees? So I've seen this document and I was very, very much surprised when we presented a document through our chair, a very, very clear one, and it was all ignored. All they have done is to increase the school fees for the student from 4 million to 8 million, and they have not outlined how they want to use the 8 million they have provided. The PUSA executive many a times have failed to account for the money they have been given. As with the club leaders, just the other day, we faced a very good challenge, and that is a very better example of how the corruption is stripping in PUSA. I, Vironand, I will stand to oppose this. As this stand is not clear. But if you pass this thing this way, it is going to give chance for the appointment, and the appointment at this stand is going to give favoritism. Who do you know in PUSA? That is an institution that the committee is not going to tolerate. Should think of another thing. Tomorrow we will be very early there. In the rooms will be full by us, unless they do it out the school. But here at one, we will be there, and we reject the proposed.
I'm called Steve Richard Otieno. I'm a representative of PUSA University Chemistry Association, and my word does not correlate with the chemistry club. My problem is about class reps. We raised the issue about the class reps, and automatically, according to the last constitution, hawakuweka class reps kwa hiyo constitution, and we were thereby told that this time class reps will be appreciated. You cannot run these things or academic issues without a class reps. Class reps will not use their money to call lecturers. Class reps will not use their money to call students. Class reps will not use their money to produce some important documents that should be shared by the fellow class reps. Thereby, I'm requesting, it is not a request, it's a command, whereby they should implement that word to the constitution. Class reps should be considered. Failure to which, that constitution will not be passed tomorrow. Comrades reject. Comrades reject. Nimekatwa walikuwa kwa boardroom 4 preparing this document should go home. And those are not students.
Comrades power. Comrades power. My name is Austin Onyango. I'm the chairperson PUGSA, and I'm here today. I'm not happy by the purported drafted constitution that is for PUGSA this year. The constitution is not clear on so many issues, and we are not happy with that. So today, my colleagues have spoken so much, and I'm just here to invite the members of my club and all other clubs, all the club chairs, all the club heads, please mobilize your members so that tomorrow we come and fight this fight.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. So today, the 13th of February 2026, we are here as Pwani University Council of Clubs and Societies. We are not pleased with the so-called draft, Constitution Draft 2026 that is there. So one of the most important things that we need to address, or that the Constitution ought to have addressed, is the position of the special needs individuals. These are people who have really suffered within the institutions. My main concern is the Constitution has been drafted in a manner that even a PhD student cannot comprehend. I believe that the Constitution should be drafted in a manner that even a class 2 student who is able to read A, B, C, D should be able to understand. Because today I'm not here. Today I'm here, tomorrow I'm not there. Who will explain to our fellow comrades whatever the Constitution is saying? Therefore, we are not going to increase the fees for the students to cater for individual interest. To add on a few, to encourage my fellow club chairs, let us take the very roads that Fikirini took. In some years back, we had an issue with retakes. If you are going to have, if maybe you had a retake, you have to repeat the entire academic year, right? But due to the fight that Fikirini brought on board, we now have the so-called retake system, and we therefore continue with the same spirit that we are going to fight for these people, and these grievances must be heard. And therefore, my final word is reject. Thank you. Must fall. Thank you.
Chairs power. Power. Chairs power. Power. Let me take this opportunity to thank my fellow chairs. I go by the name of Abdibasit Ali. I'm the chair for PUMSA. When we were invited for the constitution amendment, we were very optimistic that the process was going to be aside to the comrades. We also had some expectations that the amendment was going to be futuristic, relevance, and acceptance. But it's very ironical that the product that the committee has produced is not even favoring the comrades. So we go by rejecting the constitution. Reject! 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 Reject. Thank you.
Comrades power. 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 As we stand here today, these are very great assembly of people who are bitter. And in fact, they are not bitter because of a small issue. They are bitter because of their democracy. Power. Power. Now, we gave our grievances to this committee that did this concern review. But then we never found any feedback. And then this makes me wonder, and I'm odd actually, In fact, I'm amazed as to what democracy means. Democracy, let me educate this committee. Democracy is the power that is given by the people for the people, yeah? And in fact, we are the people and we are the representative of people. So it's a great failure to this committee that our rights have not been heard and that these sentiments that have been brought and have been put clear have not been indicated. So to you guys, fight for your democracy. Power.
Power. Comrades, power. Power. Comrades, power. Power. Comrades, reject. Reject. Comrades, reject. Reject. Thank you very much. This evening, we are gathered here as the heads of clubs and associations within Pwani University. We are here to deposit our disappointment to the committee that was there to review the constitution of Pwani University for the year 2026. Our main concern, we have already laid, and the only thing that I would like to let our comrades know is that according to the drafted constitution so far, which is to be passed tomorrow, the fees of the institution will automatically be raised by, and for that reason, we will not allow for the increment of fees. Are told, or it is highlighted, that the clubs and society within the Pwani University have to deposit and remit some funds to the PUSA offices so that they can be able to be given services. I want to tell the committee that drafted this constitution that we are the heartbeat of Pwani University. I want to tell you that without the Pwani University clubs and societies, the activities of this institution will not be able to progress effectively. And for that reason, we are a very core initiative within the institution, and our cry and our plea must be within the constitution. So that is the position of the clubs and society leaders so far. You know, a constitution is not passed because of how long it took to be reviewed. It is passed if in fact the views of students is represented in the subsequent document. And therefore, lacking the views thereof, the CRC, that is the Constitutional Review Committee, has stripped that draft constitution of its legitimacy. And so far, it is the moral authority of each and every club leader to mobilize their members to make sure that that document is in fact relegated tomorrow. And particularly this committee and congregation is not quite happy with the two individuals. That is William Mwema and one Rehema Shanga. We wish that the clubs that they represent should strip them of their duty and position immediately, because they went into that committee riding on the back of this council, and then they went there and then failed to represent us. And that means they cannot be in a position to call themselves club and society leaders. So we wish them to be relieved of their duty effective immediately. Thank you so much. We meet tomorrow. Must fall.
Must fall. Solidarity forever.